Some war going on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So when I'm on outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawn outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside. And that's a definite. Cannonball, wrecking shit. Excellent. Rhyme Barack and bombing like the president. I remain strong. King Kong with the prevalence. I show you exactly what we do. That's how I represent. Hardcore, heaven sent, chain on, hella bent, throwing all black when they spot me like the leopard print. Oh, I got the braids and shades on, made men, cause we put in work to stop the earth until they cave in. Walk strong, talk heavy, hold my own. You rock solid when we bout to leave the sword, the stone, nigga. We warriors, hardcore, track the pride, to let the Hebrew speak, nigga. General eyes, and we talking super heavy, nigga. That's the surprise. With all scripture, street talk, word to Captain the Cod, nigga. We blazing, ripping the mic with all facts, doing the knowledge to the max till we cracking the pavement. U.P.K. out of one West Harlem, nigga. We spring forward and they falling like it's Harlem, nigga. Talking to all them niggas born in the mud. If you ain't feeling this, you call them slug, and that's real. Oh, I get it, cat tie, or they not of our kind. I get the order that is handle kind, not the one kind. Without a doubt in my mind, I'm finna stop and recline. Anybody that come against us, they should probably resign. It's a war going on outside, no man to save from. I hate these niggas throwing shots, but can they take some? Christ says, sell out your garments to get a sword now. I'ma go and sell off these polos to get a fall down. Game sure ain't started the war, but I'ma end it, cause the spiritual war could turn carnal any minute. I remember riding back in the days, window was tinted, but Salaki, I'm done with that carnal shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the booth every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth, and I'ma defend it. And I get my second win just as soon these niggas get winded. It's a war going on outside. It's a war going on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So when I'm on outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawn outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside.
Nobody's safe, it's a war out here. If you pussy in the streets, you a whore out here. See me all suited up in my fallout gear. 762, slip your fucking car out here. No burner, I still a break your jaw out here. No fear, if you scared, get a motherfucking pick. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in eclipse. It's 32 rounds of fire, it never quit. A lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick of hanging around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line, then you get lit up. The worst is all black hearses, tinted with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. You don't want that kind of war, ready for that bullshit. Kinda like a matador. Get this kind of focus, you gon' need some Adderall. Something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your calories. Courage of King David, battling like the Maccabees. Find out who you think that nigga walks to him casually. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it to hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this happened. Keep you grounded like gravity. In the field, but it's amity. Horror, I see calamity. Scar you up with my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in they faculty. They words sweet, sit in they mouth and causing cavities. Yeah, it's a war, but none of you suckers worry.
It's a war going on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So when I'm on outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawn outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside.
You hear me?
Come on, I hear you.
Is it too loud? Is it too loud?
You too loud. Sound clear.
I hear you just fine. So, like, can y'all hear me?
Come on.
I hear you.
Kyle, most time Chris. Yeah, come on, you too loud, so your audio is perfect.
You say it sound good.
Come on, sir.
Most time Christ. All right, so waiting on a few more brothers to come in here and for this class. Top one, are we live yet?
Come on, sir.
Also, we are live.
Come on, sir.
All right, so who all we got? We waiting on you. A few more brothers, right?
Kind of one con, sir. Just I think Jamaica. Waiting on Jamaica, and I'm not too sure. I think Eastern Carolina is already in. Oh, Charlotte. We're waiting for Charlotte as well.
Charlotte coming in.
Come on, sir. Who specifically from Charlotte? I'm not exactly sure. I believe Officer Laha will be in, sir.
Hold on for a second. Hello, Maven. Hello. All right, so. All right, we live. Let me see. Well, I think I just sent the link out to Bun Kayal and Quadam. I think it's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right. I will clap it up. Once again, we are the I.S.U.P.K. start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under Commanding General YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Jews of antiquity. You understand? We are the ones that are spoken about in the Bible. And today we've lost a lot in this empire by not knowing who we are and how we should act according to our law, statutes, and commandments. Today, if you look at our community, it's a direct reflection of what lawlessness looks like. You understand? If you take a look at the way our families are structured in the majority, it's a direct reflection of what lawlessness looks like. You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, sir.
When we talk about having order, it's based on what? Some type of law and structure. And we look at the entire earth and we can say that, guess what? The earth is a place that is filled with what? Lawlessness. This entire empire is structured off of whatever they see fit to offer us or give us. You understand? So in I.S.U.P.K, we want to change that. We are the ones that are flipping that idea that the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with. Because what? Having law, statutes, and commandments create structure. Having law, statutes, and commandments create order. Having law, statutes, and commandments, it's a place for brotherhood and sisterhood to grow.
Okay.
And without that, we'll have a place that is filled with what? Hatred. All right. So before we go into it, top one, you know what I like to do. Let's do some hot topics. And I'm gonna hold down the ham to preaching prophet of the Lord, Captain of 13,000, Captain of 9, Thought Banyamya comes in, and we'll go into whatever topic that he wants to go in tonight. And we're gonna start like that, all right? So hot topics, let's go. What we got on deck?
So like I said, I mean, we got a lot. One thing interesting on account of the social media front, a lot of people reacting. NBA YoungBoy just did an interview, and where they asked him, the guy asked him basically, how does he feel, about fatherhood, basically, because he has a bunch of kids. He's only like 20, he's like 25, and he has like 11 kids by like 5-6 different women. And the dude asked him, like, like you're big on family, right? Because you got so many kids. And his response was, actually, let me see his exact words. When they asked him about fatherhood, he said, I'm not really big on it. He's like, yeah, I got to be honest. Like, I'm not really big on fatherhood. Almost implying, like, even though I got a bunch of kids, I really don't care about being a father that much. And a lot of people are reacting to that. Salaki said.
That's too up. Somebody give me the definition of fatherhood for me, Bob Kushaw. Let's start in with the definition of fatherhood. Let's start in with that. And you got to remember, NBA YoungBoy, these are entertainers. And sometimes the things that they say, they are cutting edge. It is something for us to look at, and it's something for us to decide whether we deem it profitable or disgusting. You understand? But that's why they're entertainers. I recently watched this film today, and it talked about how they choose entertainers. So they pick entertainers with the idea of if they can drive an idea that makes you wants to decide should you follow it or should you not follow it. So it's all based on psychology, right? So you think about all the entertainers that you look at today that you find interesting, right? All of them do things that make you say, I don't know if this cool, but I think they're cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or either it's to the point where it's like, I like that music, but I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing. You understand? That's the entertainment business. So you may have brothers and sisters that we may think that are pretty entertaining, but they're chosen and picked because they are the ones that are actually making us decide whether we're going to follow them or follow what's morally right. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So what's the definition of fatherhood, Baba Kushaw?
Like that one.
Come on.
I have the definition for it. This definition for fatherhood from the Oxford Language Dictionary. The state of being a father.
What's the second definition? That's the only one. That's the Merriam-Webster.
That's the Oxford Language Dictionary.
Let me get that Merriam-Webster. Ain't nothing wrong with the Oxford. But let's try to get that Merriam-Webster. Kawal, I know you got it.
It's got synonyms on a Merriam-Webster. It just says it gives a definition of father, and it has it says father, a male parent, a man who has begotten a child. It says also one related to another in a way suggesting that of a father to a child.
So with this context,
fatherhood, it doesn't specific.
It don't go into a Kawal. Is Kawal jammed up?
So like I think Kawal might be jammed up. So Salakia. Yeah, for fatherhood, you said Merriam-Webster's. Okay, I got dictionary.com, fatherhood, the state of being a father, fathers collectively. Then we got the Cambridge Dictionary, the state or time of being a father.
So let's do this. Based on everything we know about that the schools stand for, what is fatherhood? We got some brothers and sisters in here. Let's do this. So we got some sisters in the chat and we got some brothers in the classroom. So let's do this. What is fatherhood that we know according to the scriptures?
Salug, sir.
Come on.
Could we say that fatherhood is, being, I would say, like, because the scriptures say be a father to the fatherless. So like in that regard, you just kind of being responsible for people, taking care of your people, basically.
So father essentially would be what?
Like a leader, sir. Calm.
If we're talking about NBA YoungBoy and he doesn't really matter of fact, let's do this. Let there be a lesson to these young sisters out here who are flocking behind these entertainers as well.
Con out of one con.
You understand?
You're right.
These sisters, our sisters, think that the diamond chains and the Lamborghini and the Ferrari Testarossas are the nice penthouse of these, or the jewelry that they put in front of us is an indication that somebody has I guess the means to be a father, if I may.
Con.
You understand? But that doesn't indicate somebody is capable of being a father, right?
So like yourself, if I could.
Come on.
So like yourself, if I could, would you bring it out as heavy? Because it's almost like all them sisters that got babies by NBA YoungBoy probably should have had a better father in their life. Because how many of them, and all these, like, YoungBoy is so, like, he's like an icon to a lot of people in general, but especially to like younger, you know what I'm saying, younger kids. You know, he's a very talented, you know, rapper and artist. But this dude has been in legal trouble since he was like 14. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been on house arrest for like the past like 2 years, darn near, living up in the mountains in like Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And still you hear him talk. He just messed up. He just hasn't really learned much. But you will see women on social media like drool over this child. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, he's a man. He's 24 years old, but people will drool. I see women be like, "Yo, I'll be the 12th baby mama for him, just because he can rap."
And not only that,
you know what I mean?
Not only that, he has a status that is in the earth.
Con.
He has a nice house. He's
right.
popular. Like, these are the things that our people chase, because these are the things that the oppressor puts in front of us.
That's right.
But when you come into school and sisters see brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, they learn that a real man life is based on his discipline.
That's right.
It's not about what he does do, it's about what he doesn't do. You understand? So we see Most High in Christ. So the idea of what the world said a man should be equipped with doesn't always equate to having a successful household, right? If you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, then follow them, and you seek out a husband based on the Lord's criteria, then you might be cooking with hot grease. You understand?
So like I said, there's a question.
Hold tight. Let me get Book of Psalms 103, verse 13.
And so, like I said, the question is on topic. So it's like,
okay, go ahead. All right, yeah, go ahead and read the question.
So it was Officer Mahia. Basically, he was putting a precept, and he wanted to know. He said, "Salagi, sir, would these be good examples to give characteristics of good fathers?" And he put the scripture Ephesians 6:4, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
Most High in Christ. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Get a brother hand. Most High in Christ. Now, a sister that is choosing a husband, how would your husband be able to bring or nurture a child up in admiration of the Most High unless he knew what the Most High requires of him as a father?
Right.
You understand? Who got that scripture for me? Psalms 103, chapter verse 13.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Psalms chapter 103 and verse 13. As a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him.
So you know what this means, right? Somebody get the word that pitieth for me, Baba Kusha. Now, if you were to check out the life of NBA YoungBoy, he'd been on house arrest since ever, if I may. You understand?
Like,
he can't even walk out his front door if I'm correct, Kawal, right?
Right.
So if we're talking about if he really understood his position in life and the things he does not have, shouldn't you want better for your child? Is that not the goal of every brother that you think you can think of, or sister? Most of the time, as we mature, we realize that, guess what? We want better for our children than what we have. All right. So what's the definition of that word pitieth for me, Baba Kushaw? It says, like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. What does this mean?
Slack, sir.
Come on.
Pitieth is just, like old Quaker English for pity. So it's like having compassion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like a father's gonna have compassion for his child. You know what I'm saying? And understand them and so on. And saying the Lord is gonna also, he's gonna pity us in that same way and have compassion for us. You know what I'm saying? If we, do what he wants us to do.
So how could you pity your child if you're not even close to him?
Right.
How could you have compassion for your child when you don't even know who he is?
Right.
When you don't even know who she is? It's this thing where it's learning the child. Like the Most High knows us. It says the Most High knows us from what?
From the, so like I said,
Go ahead, use on it.
From the womb, sir.
From the womb. So when we talk about your children, guess what? You know your children. You know the things that they are capable of. And also knowing your children, you also are aware of the things that are around them, that surrounds them. You understand? So with that being said, with NBA Youngboy and the trouble that he has and the enemies that he has in earth, you can only imagine the type of trouble that his children may have to face. And I remember this distinctively, maybe a couple weeks ago. Anybody familiar with Boosie Boo?
Come.
I think his name is Boosie Badass, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Come.
He has a son, and his son decided he wanted to go back to Baton Rouge and be in the trap. And could you guess what Boosie said to his son on social media?
Wow, so what you say?
What do you think? What do you think Boosie Badass said to his son that wanted to be in the trap? What do you think he said to him? Now Boosie has so quote unquote escaped the streets. He's on TV. He's doing well for himself. The brother has nice homes and nice cars and access to all type of things that is destroying him. But in his mind, he's escaped. And he's looking at his son that want to do what? Go back into the streets. But Boosie has showed that he has some compassion for his children. So what do you think he is told his son?
Allah, sir.
Meaning what?
Meaning, nah, you're not going, you know what I'm saying, back to Baton Rouge. Stay out there.
Right. He said, stay out of Baton Rouge. Why? Because what? He pitieth his son.
Right.
He is having compassion on his son. And if that son loved his father, guess what that son would do? That son would listen to that father.
Right.
Because that father has shown compassion on his son. His son has pitied him because he knows the trouble that he can get into if he goes back to the trap. Well, NBA Youngboy must have forgotten the lifestyle that he's come from.
Right.
And you can only imagine the type of life that his children will have to go through without the father being there.
Right.
Monetary value is not the only value that a man has to offer. But a man that fearing the Lord is way more valuable than any dollar that you can put on child support. You understand?
Right.
Just like a woman. Right? Her value is more valuable than what? Precious jewels.
Right.
Those things matter in the sight of the Lord, not money. You understand? Not all the fast cars or the jewelry matter to the Most High. It's being obedient in what that scripture said at the end of that. What matters? Fearing the Lord. You guys to fear the Lord. And to fear the Lord is to know that what? He's responsible for things that could go exceptionally right in your life or exceptionally wrong in your life. Right?
That's right.
Most High in Christ. That's Kawal.
Come.
So I don't know, man. What do you think about it, Kawal? What do you think about NBA YoungBoy? In his quotes on fatherhood. What do you think about it?
Based on what he's saying, I mean, I can take him for what he's saying, but looking inside to it, I think it's more of the women he decided to get pregnant. I mean, they're all super duper young. He's got a lot of money real fast, and these women he getting pregnant, man, I can only assume that they're a bunch of bird brains, and they make fatherhood damn near virtually impossible for him. Meaning, all they know is what their whore mamas taught them. Girl, if you don't act right, put them on child support. Or girl, if you don't act right, keep the kids from them type of deal. So I'm pretty sure he's dealing with a bunch of that. Even his troubles with Mayweather's daughter and the baby mama drama with that and other women. I mean, I had the child really young, also my 20s, early 20s. And I know the type of BS that, when you're not taught how to really be, conflict resolution at a young age, it can get really, really petty, and it keep you away from your kids. Yeah. A man will choose peace over being around a terrible woman. Mm-hmm. So he's like, if I'm not close to my kids, it's because these stupid ass women I got it pregnant. But it's his fault, nonetheless. But we can always fix that. And then he come into the school, get counsel, man.
That's right.
Absolutely, man. Right. That's heavy. Get her brother a hand. Most high in Christ.
Right. Salagi, sir.
Go ahead.
I didn't know if you want to get into it, but of course the other, everybody's still kind of reeling back from and talking about would be the Cat Williams thing. I wasn't sure if you wanted to do anything from that you might have wanted to,
man. Cat Williams done broke the internet, man.
Right.
Cat Williams done broke the internet with what? The truth.
That's right.
Now imagine if they stopped shadow banning the things that Commander Junior Hunter says.
That's right. Damn right.
If you really want some truth to get out into the earth, send Commander Junior Hunter an invitation to Shay Shay's club.
That's right.
And let's see what happens. Send General Muhammad an invitation to Shay Shay's club, and let's see what happens. Now, if you want to create some YouTube shorts, our generals would shut the internet down with YouTube shorts if they went on Shay Shay's club.
Right.
You understand? But guess what's more? If we get to pushing the things that the world push, just as much as the world pushes things, and we have to be in the same spirit with pushing this truth.
Right.
You see how Cat Williams went on that talk show, man. He was fearless. He was absolutely fearless about what people may say or think about whatever that he decided to do with his time or his money. Well, guess what, Akim and Akwatian, sisters and brothers, we have the same responsibilities. We have more responsibility because we know the truth. We know the truth. Cat Williams is simply talking about the things that has affected his life. But when are we going to tell the world about the things that the Most High has changed about our lives? You understand? You understand? Everything that is being prophesied in the earth, guess what? It's in the Bible.
Right.
When are we going to take those things out that the Most High gives us and become controversial with those things? That's all we have to do. You see the things that Cat Williams has done. We take that and let's do it on this side of serving the Lord.
Right.
You understand? And guess what? Cat Williams, just like Cat Williams is calling out those comedians for being in dresses. Guess what? Commander Junior Hunter and I.S.U.P.K, we're calling out what they call them? The purple pals, and then what do you call them?
The lavender lads.
The what? The lavender lads. The lavender lads. Yeah. We want to be on that type of time. You understand? We want to be on to be able to stand on business. And we want to, if it's the lavender, what you call them again?
Lavender lads, sir.
The lavender lads. We have to be able to call all these false prophets out, all these pastors, all these reverends, all these apostles, all these bishops. We have to be able to call them out with the truth. And there's nothing better than to know that you know the truth and be able to call somebody out on it and tell them that you're lying.
Right.
But you know where you're going to learn this truth at is being in I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
You have to be in these classes out there.
Right.
You understand? if you're a brother, that precept book should be jam tight. So that way, when somebody asks you, what do you think about the pastors today? Guess what? You can render them the truth. And that's how we win. You understand? But did you have something that Cat Williams said that you want to go into, Thaba One?
So it was nothing in specific. You know what I mean? It's like you said, it's just it broke the end. I think you just, what you just said was perfect. There's so many things that we see that break the internet. You know what I mean? And what he said was, I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think that, there's some truth in there, and I'm sure there's some things he might have exaggerated to some degree. I think he said he runs a 4.4. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but you know what I mean? But surely he definitely exposed a lot of things that's out there. You know what I'm saying? That people have speculated about. He kind of showed that, yeah, that stuff does happen.
You know what? It's, and just like he said he run a 4.4, guess what? When who walked on water?
Christ, sir.
Who drowned the Egyptians in the Red Sea?
Moses through the power of the Most High, sir.
And what does the earth try to do when we read these things that are in the Bible? What does the earth try to do? Earth try to prove the Bible wrong.
Okay.
They're always looking for ways to say, well, Christ couldn't have walked on water. It was a low tide, and it was the water. And what they say?
Okay.
Yeah. And they said that the Most High didn't drown the Egyptians in the Red Sea, but when they get down to looking at the bottom of the Red Sea, they found artifacts of what? Those chariots.
Right. Okay.
They say we aren't the chosen people of the Lord, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But once you begin to open up the Bible and read it, guess what? It's us all day.
Okay.
We're all throughout the scriptures. But we're confused by what? The things that are around us.
Okay.
The truth is definitely coming. The truth is around the corner, our brothers and sisters. Y'all understand that, right?
Damn right. Come, sir.
It's right in front of your face. All right. What else we got? I'm missing Yonas all tonight.
Can, sir.
Okay.
Like you. I'm just pulling up.
What's that?
Other stories. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? Shalaki. So I know just where to go.
Okay. We got do we have any questions in the room, anything like that before Cap come in? Anybody had any questions or anything? Everybody to
Constance, I don't see any questions online. So
you know what I did see? I did see something that that was relatively controversial. I seen today. Now I don't know if y'all know about this, but I seen something that I thought was utterly disgusting. I seen a class. I would guess, let's say dancers, if I may. And what they're doing, there's a class that they got young girls doing pole exercises, if I may. Have anybody seen that circulating on the internet?
Well, I haven't seen it recently. I've seen it before, though. I have seen it before, but not recently. But concept.
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was troubling to say the least. Where they had these young girls. I've never been a fan of young girls doing call them beauty contests where they dress them up, they put them in leotards, they put them in the makeup and all of that. Can a sister on here tonight explain to me, like, is that a thing that I don't know. Did any other young ladies, other sisters in here that ever went through anything like that want to say, why is that a thing? Is that a thing that I don't know that young girls look forward to? Or what is that? Because I don't know.
So you just mean in terms of dancing in general, or you talking about specifically like
it's
like when they try to get little young girls to do like pole exercises, quote unquote?
Let's do the like the dressing up in the makeup, the beauty pageants.
Oh, I know what you mean, sir.
Now I understand our young sisters like wearing dresses and going to little beauty pageants or fashion shows. But what is it with the makeup? What is that? I don't understand it. What is that? What is that to take a young girl to put the makeup on? Is that to make her look older? What is that? The sisters, could y'all help me out with that? Because I don't get that. And let alone teaching a young girl how to climb up a pole and gyrate. I don't understand that.
Okay. So, like I said, if I could,
Please.
just real quick, I'm not gonna try to take away from the sisters commenting, but it is like a thing. I remember because like the famous case of that little Edomite girl, that John Benet Ramsey, was a famous example of that. She was like 6 years old, and she was like, you know, winning all these pageants where they would get these little girls to, you know, put a bunch of makeup on their face and dress up in cowgirl outfits and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but if I'm not mistaken, she was like, you know, like raped. You know what I'm saying? And then ultimately killed. You know what I mean? But kind of a sister did comment, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Sister Kalaya said, it's another thing that society says a younger girl is more beautiful or better when she wears makeup.
Damn. But I would think a young girl, her skin is the purest when she's not wearing makeup. Don't you think so?
Kind of, I don't want kind of, sir.
I mean, I have a daughter, and I think she's absolutely gorgeous without makeup.
Right. Go
ahead.
Oh no, it's like, I was just gonna, because you said it earlier. I think what you said is right on the money. Like, I really just think a lot of those types of things are just like conduits for pedophiles. It's like a way that pedophiles can kind of get their kicks without alerting people, you know, in a way. Like, oh well, it's just, you know, it's just a nice thing to, you know, like it's cute, you know what I mean? But really, I mean, I think that there's a level to where, like, okay, like I've seen like a little girl where, like, you know, like for like maybe some kind of event, her mom might put a little type of makeup on her that looks, you know, age appropriate. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, something simple, nothing to. But a lot of times in these cases, they put in like bright lipstick on a little girl. Like, I can't imagine any 6-year-old girl that needs to wear lipstick ever for anything. You know what I'm saying? But they do that kind of stuff because really the people that, as we're seeing, which kind of segueing from the Cat Williams thing, a lot of these people that be running Hollywood, because the same thing happened with Shirley Temple. He's an Edomite talking about, but Shirley Temple used to go through the same thing. She said the same thing. Like, they used to put her within this makeup and red lipstick and all of this kind of stuff. And all these grown men were like gawking at her. You know what I mean? You can go see the footage of Elvis Presley, who now we all know was a pedophile. And you know, having some little girl dancing in front of him, and he's like all googly eyed, and that to oppressors, you know, that's cute or funny or, you know, charming
because that's their real spirit. I'm telling you, I have 2 beautiful daughters that I'm responsible for, and just to think about dressing them up with makeup on, and it's just like, wait a minute, we can't do that. We can't allow that. Come on. What else we got, Akim? I sent you the link, brother. See, can you pull it up? I don't know if you can. Check. Can you hear me? It sounds like it's real low or something.
You too up, sir.
Still too up.
You too up.
All right. So, what other topics that we got in here tonight? Hey, shalom, Makim. Shalom, your stuff. Like you. Officer Lahab, you want to take it?
So like, sir,
Go ahead.
if I could, I just got off the phone with Cap. He should be in shortly, probably within the next minute or so.
All right, Most High in Christ. So we have any more questions that we want to tackle tonight before Cap come in? Anybody else? But I just thought that if y'all seeing that video, man, that's circulating, y'all go and comment on that video and tell the people how disgusting that it is to see young girls gyrating. It was the video was talking about, yeah, you know, section. It's it's something called age appropriate, and they were singing the, if I'm not mistaken, that Drake song,
Mm,
the hands on the knees, whatever.
right. Good night. Come on, sir. I just seen Slugger, so if I could.
Come on.
I don't know if it's the same thing, but I seen the thing with them little girls that was like dancing a sexy red or something like that. I did see that.
That was it, brother.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I did. Yeah, they was dancing to sexy red, which is absolutely crazy, and she is you know what I'm saying? I mean,
See, but
that's
you
yeah,
now you look at that sister right there, and I want you to remember how important it is to have fathers in homes with
that's right.
sons and daughters. You understand?
Con.
We're looking at a direct the importance of having a father that is ruling over that house, that is deciding what's good and what's bad that's coming in and out of that house, man.
Con, sir.
I don't run into too many. I've never ran into a brother and had a conversation with him, and he openly says he wants his daughter to be in a strip club. I don't run into too many brothers that openly say they want their sons selling drugs. You understand? This is a thing that society will push on our people because we do not know who we are as a nation of people. If you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you are the greatest people that's on the face of the earth. You understand?
Con.
All right.
Oh, Slugger, sir. Cap is in, sir.
All right. And with that, I want to turn the class over to the Preacher Prophet of the Lord, Captain of 13,000, Captain Naya Thought Banyumya. Clap it up.
Shalom. You hearing me?
Come on.
Come, sir. You should tell. Number one, I seen some messages here. Just take care. So it also too, right? With the
Again, sir,
Judah
you said you sent me messages.
No, I've seen some messages for Judah Lions.
Okay.
I.S.U.P.K Eastern Carolina. Things streaming and say you'll lose Facebook account.
Yeah, no, that's
don't
like
reconnect.
No, it's a quick thing. Once it disconnects, we just reconnect it. It'll take maybe 10 seconds.
Okay.
Come on.
Understood. So where we at right now?
Salaki Cat, we were just going over maybe some hot topics that are in the earth right now. That's about it out of one. We didn't get into we didn't have any questions or anything, so we didn't get into any questions. We're just hot topics, sir.
Okay. Understood. All right. Okay. I see the attendance form there. So, brothers and sisters, if you're tuning in for the first time, there's the attendance sheet. Make sure and sign it. All right. And you'll be checked in. All right. Okay. What's one of the hot topics you was going to get into? I know I have one here from
yes, sir.
Come on.
No, so like, so I was saying we didn't go over anything, you know what I'm saying, really like world news. It was more so kind of local stuff, kind of pop culture stuff.
Okay. Understand. But let's just touch on some of these, right? Some of these topics.
Okay.
All right. And you know what I mean, hopefully brothers and sisters could learn from these learn from these classes or take from these classes, you know, what you want us, you know what I mean, to do basically. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me share the. Let me see if I can share my. I'm gonna share here. Share screen. So y'all know the hating on what's her name? Oprah now, right?
You hate on Oprah?
Yeah. Let me put the story in thing in the in the message for you too, so somebody could read it for me, right? So y'all seeing it there, right?
Come on, sir.
All right. This. Oh man, what did I do? A private chat. All right, so tab 1, you can check the private chat. All right.
Come on. So you want to start reading?
Yeah. You start reading.
Come on, sir. Why is everyone hating on Auntie Oprah these days? We think we know. Everyone's former fave. Sorry, sir.
So now the question they're asking is why everybody hating on Oprah, right? She was a hot topic because of what movie?
Color Purple, sir.
The Color Purple. You understand? Now, I think a few celebrities either walked out or came out and spoke against this Color Purple, right? Because of what it was pushing, right? Was evil as it could be against who? The usual culprits is who?
The black community. The
black man.
Well, the man. Yeah, the black man. You understand? The whole earth, is against the black man because of who? Because of who?
The Christian church.
Christian church, but give me a little more. Yeah, Maya, you was right. The black man. Correct. Against who?
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
Because of the oppressor, sir?
Yeah, because of the oppressor. But the Christian church, it has done nothing to bring credibility to the black man. Nothing. You understand? And instead, they have made it worse for black men. Right? Now, where's that scripture? First off, give me where it speaks about our leaders have made us go on astray. All right. I'll put the Bible up here too. Tell me when you'll get it. All right. Tab 1, you can a little more.
Come on, sir. What's really going on with Auntie Oprah Winfrey as of late? There was a time not very long ago when she was infallible among black folks. The unproblematic. Sorry, sir.
No. What infallible means?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Infallible is a word that is used actually for the Pope. It simply means a person can't do wrong. Like the Pope is considered infallible, meaning everything he says is right.
Right. And why do you think? Why do you think the made claim that she is infallible?
Well, Salagi, sir. I guess she was considered infallible because she was such a prominent, you could say, I don't want to say leader, but such a prominent figure. I mean, she's somebody that had a humble beginning, and she ended up being this one of the richest black people in America.
Now you're getting to it.
She made a name doing TV shows, movies. She did it all, and she got super rich.
So, like, if I may, sir.
Yeah, come on.
The oppressor accepted her.
That too. What you're saying is correct, but come on.
She was not only like the black women's poster child, but Oprah was a philanthropist. I mean, you get a car, you get a car. She was giving away money, building waters, building schools in Africa, demonizing the black. She did everything right in the oppressor's eyes.
Yes. And what you're saying is correct, right? But I want to take it down this part,
Okay,
right? I want to look at like why. Okay,
so like if I
as
may say,
Tabon was in a minute, as Tabon was saying with it with that word infallible, I mean being used in tandem with the book. You understand? Like it's a way, and it's saying did it specify the community or just read it one more time for me, Tabon? Let me see if it specify the community.
Come on, sir. Shalak, there was a time not very long ago when she was infallible among black folks.
So you understand? So the specific now. She was infallible among black folks. Black folks saw what? No wrong in her.
Come.
Why?
So like it, sir. She's a strong, independent, rich black woman.
Yes, she is rich.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? She was rich. That's why some of your pastors like T.D. Jakes and Eddie Long. Remember Eddie Long? Eddie Long said. Eddie Long came to the church after he was accused by these boys and said, "What? I have 5 stones. I feel like what? I think he said he felt like David, and he had 5 stones, and he swing one or throw one as yet. You understand? And his congregation did what? Stood behind him because of what? Money. Money. You understand? That's the only reason why. And if black people will stop doing what? Stop looking at what?
The riches of the people, the riches of the so-called leaders.
Yes, the riches of this.
Okay.
Yes, stop looking at the riches. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing for the black community. Look at what they, what's going on in the black community. Look at if they're speaking out against it. You understand? That's why Christ said what? Give me Matthew 19 and 23. Give me Matthew 19 and 23. Bedrock. You understand? Read a little more. Who get it from me? Who gonna read for me? Akash, you can read for me? You got it?
No one can, sir.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That a rich man shall what?
A rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right? Shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Meaning what? There's a chance he could, but it's very what?
Slim.
It's very hard. Yeah, it's slim. You understand? So that tells you about the rich man or the rich people amongst us. You understand? They trust in what? They trust in money. And to trust in money means you trust in who?
The oppressor.
Yes, you trust in the oppressor. So in other words, if this place is going down, going to hell in a handbag, guess what's going to happen? What do you think going to happen?
The money not going to have value, sir.
Yeah, but what you think going to happen to the rich of us? What's going to happen to the rich of us?
Likely, sir.
Come on.
They'll be considered poor. They'll be like us.
Yeah. Give me a little more. This picture, this place going down.
So like if I may, sir.
Come on.
I would say they would sell us out to maintain their positions.
Yeah. Most of they're going to do what? They're going to cry.
Yeah.
They're going to try tooth and nail to prop this place up.
Yeah.
They're going to cry to see America fall.
They're going to cry to see the oppressor money go turn to trash. And that's what BRICS trying to do right now. You understand? BRICS is trying to make sure that that American dollar loses value. And once it loses value, boy, it's going to be a problem. Right? Go on.
So like I say, you want me to
Read on.
continue?
Yeah.
And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
And it's easier for what?
It's easier for a rich man. So like
No.
it's let me read it from the top. Verse 24. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
You understand? And Christ is trying to explain to you it's what? What is he saying here?
It's very difficult for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
It's difficult, but give me a little more. Read verse 25. Read verse 25.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 25. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved?
Understand what I'm saying?
So like they
What is he
said,
saying?
it's very, very hard. It's a hard thing. They wonder who can be saved.
Yes. Okay, meaning the disciples was what? They were shocked. Because of what? Because of what Christ said. Right? And this is to go against what your pastors tell you, that Jesus is all love and hugs and kisses, mwah, mwah, mwah. You understand? It ain't. Right? It ain't.
Yeah.
Right? But what Christ is trying to explain to them is this. Like, it's very difficult for rich men to come into this truth. Right? Now, the brother asked a good question. Right? So he said, well, David Oliver asked, like I said, is it a sin to try and get rich? Is it a sin?
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
In and of itself, la'ah.
Right. What will make it a sin?
Salagi, sir.
Mm-hmm.
As with anything, a sin is what will make it a sin. Like doing something that is against the laws of the Most High. So if I can get rich selling carrots, then that's not, I'm not sinning because it's not a sin to sell carrots. But if I try to get rich selling drugs or or doing something that's against the laws of the Most High, now even whether I make $1 or not, it's a sin. But if I if I go after it and it's a sin to do it, and I get rich with that, then that's an unlawful way of getting money.
Yes. Who saw that interview, Cat Williams? I couldn't watch the whole part. I saw the 35 minutes of it. Right? He told you everything you should not do to get rich, basically.
Right.
And he used them. He used what's his name? What? Say that name one more time.
Ricky Smiley.
Yes, Ricky Smiley. You understand? Boy, that brother cried like a baby. Boy, I don't know if he was faking it. It sung real. Like he was, you know what I mean? It was real. You understand?
Okay.
boy, yes, him. Why? Because he had to do what? He had to put on some dress, like Tyler Perry. Where he had to get to, he had to play what? A old black woman. That's a sin. You understand? Now, if you have to do that to get rich, then it's better to stay poor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or come join this brotherhood. You understand? Come join this brotherhood. Get them riches. But you could for sure, you know what I mean, try to get rich, but trying to get rich in this kingdom, you're gonna have to really be careful. You understand? What did Job said? Give me Job 9:24. Give me Job 9:24, and then give me money is the root to all evil. And then money is a defense.
It's like it, sir. I got it.
Come on.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Now, with getting rich, you got to keep that in mind. This earth is run by who?
Like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
By wicked rulership.
Yes, by wicked people. You understand? So guess what? You want to be part of Hollywood, you're going to have to do what? You got to put on that dress, huh?
Right.
You got to put on that dress. Right? You have to lay down, you know what I mean, with the oppressor. Woman, what you going to do? You going to turn it down? You better turn it down. You understand? You better turn it down. Keep in mind, when you're trying to go get rich, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. This earth is run by wicked men. You understand?
Okay.
Now, with that being said, go try getting rich and see what will take place. What I would rather do, what I would rather do is to get rich with my brothers and sisters.
Right.
Get poor with my brothers and sisters. You understand? That's what I would rather do. But you know what I mean? Ain't no sin with you trying to get rich, but just make sure you don't, you know what I mean, you don't get taken in sin. Trying to do it and making decisions. What's the next scripture I call for?
It's like it, sir. First Timothy 6:10.
Go ahead.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
And that's one of the things with trying to get rich. You might say, first, I'm just going to get rich to try and help my nation. Right? You ever hear brothers who say you had to join fighting from inside. Brothers who join the military, when you talk to some of them or some organization that you know is evil against black people, they tell you what? Well, you have to join them to fight what's on the inside. And what have happened?
You end up becoming just like them, sir.
Yeah, you end up becoming just like them. Yeah. Or you're going to have to retire and just face reality that you don't join them, you don't be part of them to do what? To change, to make a change. You are going to have to make the change. You are going to have to join the UPK and make that change in your life. You understand? You joining them. Come on.
I'll say, so like, sir, you can't stop a snake from being a snake, sir.
You can't.
So
why? Go ahead.
Oh no, so like I was just gonna what you're saying about the whole thing. People saying it from the inside and everything is so true that they always use that excuse. And everybody knows like Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers, but even he said in the song like, when he was talking about like he dumbed down his lyrics to double his dollars, and he was like, I can't help the poor if I'm one of them, so I got rich and gave back. So his thing is like, well, I got to get rich so I can help poor people, but really, Jay-Z doesn't really help poor people at all, to be honest.
No, he doesn't. Why? Because in that contract, somewhere deep in that contract, the oppressor says you better not go back to that hood.
Right. Come. Right.
Right. Remember, they did that to the basketball players. They told them to do what? Their contract, they told them to what? Stay away. You know what I mean? From those elements. You understand? Like you go join an organization that won't stop you from doing what? Smoking. Won't stop you from having sexual relations with heathens.
Right.
You understand? But you're trying to fight from inside. No, Negro, you're looking for an easy way out, and you trying to get rich. You're trying to get money. You understand? What's the next picture I call for? I think I call for the one where it says, "Go ahead."
We're not finished with 1 Timothy 6:10.
Salakia, go ahead.
Which while some covered after, they have erred from the faith.
They have what?
They have erred from the faith.
Now you understand why Creflo Dollar, the Jakes, don't want to give up their church because of what? Money. You understand? Now you understand why I have Oprah Winfrey's. You understand? The Jay-Z's. You understand? Because they do not want to give up money. They do not. And they will rather sell you out to get money. Right? Read on.
And have pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
And have what?
And have pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
How they doing that? Right? Plenty of people say what? They think money brings what?
Happiness.
Happiness, sir.
Yeah, they think money brings happiness. But brother, if you could be a fly on the wall, some of these rich people houses are, you will thank the Lord where you at. You understand? You will thank him. Why? Because to have money and no wisdom, it's, you know what I mean, it's you are going to be in some problems. You understand? To have money without any wisdom, you are going to be in some type of sorrow. You understand? You remember Michael Jackson? You see, they remember Michael Jackson. He did, right?
Gone, sir.
All the money in the world. All the money in the world. And how died?
Broke.
Overdose.
He died broke.
Died like
He died like a regular Negro.
Yeah, like a crackhead. Like somebody who just, you know what I mean, couldn't help it. All right? What about what's his sister name?
Whitney Houston, sir.
Whitney Houston. You understand? And the brother who acts as Chalky White.
Prince.
What Prince? How about Chalky White? You all know Chalky White? I forget what show that was. That was the Irish mob show.
Boardwalk Empire. His name is,
Boardwalk Empire.
Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael K. Williams.
From The Wire as well.
Omar.
Yeah, from
Omar.
Yeah. How he died?
Overdose.
Fentanyl. You understand? That's the sorrows that come with money. You understand? Like money don't make you happy. the money make you happy, you simple as can be. You understand? You as simple as can be. All right. Who have the other scripture I was asking for?
You talking about the one in Isaiah?
No, I think my right. I think is this one right here. All right. Read that. What does that say?
So, like, sir, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
What?
For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
So, in other words, what? It's saying, well, you could go there and what? Make that money. Why? Because money is a what? Defense.
Defense, man.
So now what? Your kids don't have to go hungry. You understand? Right? Your family don't have to go hungry. Your family don't have to, you know what I mean, go panhandle. Right? They don't have to. Why? Money is a what?
Defense.
A defense. Look at money as being a what? Defense. You understand? Look at it as being a defense. So now when you go get that money, right? The money you get, that money, you ain't thinking like, I have to do this for this money. Why? Because if you don't have to put on a dress, then don't put on a dress. Don't do it. You can make money some other way. You don't need that money. You'll be crying like, what's his name? Ricky Smiley. after a man done be literally and tell you what I told him that he the only time I'll act with him again is if he put on a dress in a movie. And come on.
Come on. No, so like I was gonna say, that's the same thing that DeAndre Bonds said. You know, DeAndre Bonds that was in, The Wood, and he was in that movie Lockdown, Sunset Park, a bunch of movies. He's basically that one role in Lockdown, like just messed him up. He was like, I just regret it so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he cried about it and everything because he had to get raped by some oppressor in jail in the movie.
What?
And he was never the same after that.
Yep. Come on.
He gotta call another oppressor. Get him to call another oppressor, spray paint him black, and let him be a stunt double, man.
Right.
Save the integrity.
Right.
There's some oppressor that will, willingly do that for 500. What? 1%, 0.10% of the amount of money you're gonna make in that movie. You understand?
Come on.
Right. Right. I don't know if bosses, I don't know if you asking a question or if you 5-15 from someone.
Okay.
All right. About Oprah, anti-Oprah, as they call her.
You want me to go back to reading that, sir?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, sir. Shalaki. There was a time not very long ago when she was infallible among Black folks, the unproblematic interviewer and entertainer behind so much of our beloved content. But her image has taken a bit of a nosedive in recent times. For many, it happened for the first time a few weeks ago when Taraji P. Henson went viral over her statements about unequal pay for Black women in Hollywood and her insistence that it almost caused her to walk away from the Color Purple film, which Winfrey co-produced.
Now, what does the Bible say about that, about paying a man?
The Bible says you ought to pay that man that day for his work.
All right. Get it from me. You know where it is?
Kind of, I believe so.
Right? Who have Ephesians? Ephesians 1 for me.
Deuteronomy, let's see. Deuteronomy 24:15. It says the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 15.
Deuteronomy 24 and 15.
Yes, sir. At his day, thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto the Most High, and it be sin unto thee.
So we at 15.
There's another one too.
Right. So start at
14.
Start at
10.
Okay, go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 10. When thou dost lend thy brother anything, thou shalt not go into his house to fetch his pledge.
All right. What is that talking about? So remember, this has to do with what? Brotherhood. Right? It's or you know what I mean, or more so, you know what I mean, a law to keep brotherhood. You understand? So you're saying what? Read it one more time.
Khan, when thou dost lend thy brother anything, thou shalt not go into his house to fetch his pledge.
Right? The Lord is saying what? If you lend a man anything, you can lend him what? You can lend him a tool. Lend him what? Anything. Money, anything. You cannot what? You shouldn't go to his house, what? To fetch the pledge. Don't go to his house. Right? Read on. And all the laws. You understand? Whereas it's going to, you know what I mean? It's there so that when you do lend brother something, right? The brother should have the moral or the integrity to what? Give it back. But let's read a little more. There's a button in it. Read.
Verse 11. Thou shalt stand abroad, and the man to whom thou dost lend bring out the pledge abroad unto thee.
Right? He's saying what? Don't go into his house. But you can do what?
Stand outside. He'll bring it out to you.
Yeah, stand outside. He'll bring it out. Correct. He'll bring it out to you. You understand? But now read on.
Verse 12. And if the man be poor, thou shalt not sleep with his pledge.
So the man that lend you, if he's poor, you should not what?
Sleep with his pledge.
You shouldn't sleep with his pledge. The Lord really trying to do what? He's trying to show us how we could live with each other. This Bible is based off of laws. You understand? And without it, it's going to be lawless. And that's what it's looking like. Because your pastors or your leaders fail to teach us these things in church. Your oppressor is not going to have a class to teach you the laws of God. He's not. It was up to who? Your black leaders to do it, and they fail. So now guess what? You owe me $5, I come and see it, and you better have it. Or else there's going to be some problems. You understand? You know what? Brothers die over money. You over lending a man a tool. Die. Read on.
Verse 13. In any case, thou shalt deliver him the pledge again when the sun goeth down. that he may sleep in his own raiment, and bless thee, and it shall be righteousness unto thee before the Most High thy power.
You understand? Like, don't let his sun go down. Like the Lord showing you how to deal with each other here, man. You understand? You deal with a brother like this, you deal with a brother or sister, you deal with them right. You understand? Then we basically building what? The kingdom of heaven. You understand? Read on.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy.
Thou shalt not do what? Damn, hold on. Somebody taking the class, somebody wrote or something, man.
Just put your phone on mute slide.
It's 12, so I got it.
Verse 14.
Whoever that was, if you have any question, just take yourself off mute. All right. Come on.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates.
So what is the Lord saying here? What's the Lord saying here? What's the Lord saying here?
He said, don't treat them cruel. That means to oppress. Don't treat your servant, your hired servants cruel, your brother or the stranger that's there. Don't treat them because you're the one hiring them. Don't treat them poor. Don't treat them like hardship, and don't treat them bad because they are poor working for you.
Mm-hmm. In other words, don't take advantage of them. Don't take advantage of them because they're poor. And who does this the best?
Oh man,
the oppressor, sir.
Yeah,
the Christian church.
And who did Oprah learn it from? The oppressor. She knows that black people need that money, especially these celebrities, so-called celebrities. They have a certain type of lifestyle that my money, your money ain't enough. They need that money. You understand? And being black, you know what I mean? Something about, you know what I mean, black people, when they get to the top, they want to see other black people extra hard. Either hard like them or even harder to get to their level. You understand? They learn from the oppressor, learn it well from the oppressor, right? Just to go back, what's a pledge? Let's be, you know what I mean, make sure we're clear on it. What's a pledge?
A pledge is like a promise or agreement.
Like you.
Look it up. Come on.
Merriam-Webster definition of pledge: a bailment of chattel as security for a debt or other obligation without involving transfer of title.
Right.
Something
so that's basically it. So a pledge is you hold it. It's like when you go to a bank, the bank asks you what you have as what? Collateral. Basically. You understand? What they're gonna hold when they lend this money. And now they lend you, and now they give you the money. Now, if you don't pay up, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna take that from you. You understand? Come on.
Like when Esau, they'll come repo your car while you're sleeping. They go right up in your yard and grab your damn car. You wake up, car gone.
Don't do it. Yes. You understand? Lord, don't do what the oppressor does. That's how they do their thing. You understand? Don't do that. Especially to a poor man. You holding something out. A poor man, something to hold, for something that he needed. He come back. You better give him it. Hold it from him, not withhold it from him. Like Esau liked to do. And this scripture here, especially when you go work for the oppressor, right? How many weeks you had to put in before you give your money?
Damn. Down there 3.
Right? I think
Yeah,
it's
like a week in a hole.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
in the
2 weeks.
first.
Yeah, 2 weeks in the hole. So you working, he don't care how you're getting to work out. He don't care if you had to go dance. He don't care if you had to go rob, steal. You better get to work for them 2 weeks. But the Lord is saying what? Read it one more time.
Kind of one kind. Verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or thy stranger that are in thy land within thy gates. Verse 15.
Just to go back and answer this, brother, question here, right?
Oh,
just read the part one more time. So Sister Lakia, so don't let the sun go down without doing what specifically. So go back to that part there.
Kind of one kind. Verse 13.
ECU07. I'm Salakia, if your sister don't know, but ECU07. Yeah, he or she had this question. Come on.
Verse 13. In any case, thou shalt deliver him the pledge again when the sun goeth down, that he may sleep in his own raiment, and bless thee, and it shall be righteous unto thee before the Most High thy power.
Right. Whatever it was. As it said, it could be what? It could be anything. You understand? It could be anything. He could be like, what? Lend me a sledge or your axe. Lend me hold this hold this what? Back then was what? Let me think. Let's use money for today's purpose, right? You'll be like, yo, hold this $50. I'm just gonna borrow a sledge, right? I'm gonna bring it back in one piece. If you don't bring it back in one piece, then this money is mine. You bring this ox back in one piece, what should he do? He should what? Give you that $50, give you that money. You understand? So it's like you whatever deal you all made, whatever pledge you all made, it's saying don't let the sun go down without you fulfilling that pledge to that poor man. Okay? Go ahead, read on. So you could go back now to the verse you was in.
Verse 15, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 15. At his day, thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor and setteth his heart upon it. Lest
Understand?
he cry.
So now, this is what your oppressor does. He knows you want money. He knows it. Right? To the point whereas he doesn't care where you get it from. So guess what? You're oppressed so much that because brothers and sisters are not privy to the truth, not privy to the God laws, guess what they go do? They go do something illegal so that they can have that money that they need that day. Some of us can't wait 2 weeks. Sisters can't wait 2 weeks to get the pay. But the oppressor does it. And in that oppression leads you to go commit some type of crime. And he knows it. He knows it. Or guess what's going to happen? you will end up with what? About 2 or 3 jobs. Right? Just trying to make that money, just trying to make ends meet. Because this is a wicked place we are in. Evil place we are in. Right? On the so-called oppressor's dollar, what does it have? In God we trust. In God we trust on the dollar. And there's nothing that the Lord say to do. Nothing. Especially when it comes to what? Money. When it comes to money, you don't mess with the so-called oppressor's money. You don't mess with it. Right? And how you know you don't mess with it with your oppressor's money? How you know that?
Because he'll throw you in jail. You're a tax evasion.
Jail. Or you could get on a live act with some of these oppressors. You met this oppressor money. He start losing money. If he starts losing money, what happens? What could happen? What does it lead to?
So, like you, sir, inflation. The value of your money go down.
No, okay. Meaning, what does it lead the oppressor to do? If he doesn't unalive you, and he's losing his money, you have nothing to do with stock market crash. Come on.
The oppressor will unalive himself.
Yes, he will unalive himself. You understand?
Okay.
Like you crash market, the market crash. You ever hear a black man unalive himself because the market crash? No, I'm not saying it never happened. It could, but it's way fewer than the oppressor. You understand?
Okay.
Once the oppressor knows he loses his money, he will take his own life. He will unalive himself. You understand? They do. Come on.
It was a running joke that said if Bill Gates woke up with Oprah Winfrey's money, he'd jump off a building.
Yeah. And they're serious about it. These so-called oppressors, that rich and wealthy, they wake up in the morning and that bank account is dry, or somebody gonna have to die be alive. Excuse my language. Somebody. Right? Read on.
Colin Wakan. It's verse 15 at the bottom.
Hold on. A question here, right? Salakia from Kudathara, right? Salakia is holding a person's paycheck for a week or too lawful. Kodam. Kodam? No, I'm asking Kodam. Is it lawful?
Sorry, sir, can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I can hear you. Somebody had to put herself on mute though.
That might be the Slacky, sir.
Oh. Go ahead. Is it lawful? Let me see. Lahab. Is it lawful to hold a person's paycheck for a week or two?
It's lawful. They do it. They do it in every slavery. They hold a check for you, like I forget what they call it, but they hold a week. So I believe it's lawful.
Okay. Read it one more time for me. Kowal, read that one more time for me. No, okay. I'm not maybe I didn't phrase it correctly. Is it lawful according to the Bible? When asked, is it lawful, meaning according to the Bible, is it lawful for you to hold a person's paycheck for a week or two?
Salakia, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Khan.
I went out, Salakia, sir. But according to the scripture that also Kawal just brought out, sir, is not lawful.
Yeah, it's not lawful to hold someone pay, even though what? Even though, right? America does it, right? Right? If you are a supervisor or you have a business, you try not to do it the way he does it. You understand? A man work for you, you try your best to pay him, unless you all sit down and have some type of agreement. If you have some type of agreement, you do this to me in 2 weeks' time, or a week time, you'll get this. You understand? Right? But you can't just hold a man pay, for a week or two. You understand? There must be some type of agreement, right? Even with I.S.U.K, there is some type of agreement. Why? Because you sit down there and do what? What do you do? After you get the interview and I.S.U.K calls in and say, I'm going to give you the job. What do? You just get the job? What you do?
You fill out your banking information before you pay you.
A little more than that.
You sign the agreement or whatever. The terms.
So you agree to it, right? You agree to it. You understand? But if you have it your way, right? You should do it like the Bible said to do it, which is a man work for you. You try to pay him for that work same day. You understand? All right, read it one more time. Read it one more time. Kowal.
Deuteronomy 24:15. At his day, thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee.
Right, especially if you're poor. Right, and okay, what's the spirit behind this law? What's the spirit behind it? Correct. Correct, sir. Go ahead.
Is it Brotherhood?
Yes, Brotherhood, but it's a spirit behind you giving this poor man his money for work.
Salaki, sir.
He needed
it.
Yes, he needed it, but the spirit behind it so that he doesn't do what? He doesn't become a criminal. He doesn't have to do something, you know what I mean? Because who wants to go back to a house where your kid's hungry, your wife hungry? You understand? And depending on you just left to go work so that they could have some food on the table. Come on.
It's like, if I may, I don't want that's heavy, because if you ask, coming from the streets or whatever, no matter what that thing is, you looking for that instant reward, so you don't have to go, and rob or steal or lie, or the sisters be in the strip club because they get paid that night.
Yeah. You understand? And that's why the Lord also to remember the gleanings.
Right.
What do you say about the gleanings?
Leave some for the poor.
Yes, you're a farmer. The ones that what? Let's get that. You finish with this one?
That's it.
Get it when it speaks about the gleanings.
Leviticus 23 and 22, I believe. All right.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And when ye reap the harvest of your land,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when you reapest.
You shouldn't what?
Make clean riddance of the corners of thy field.
Of the corners of your field. Right? Read on.
When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest.
Right. Where's the gleaning? So you don't leave the corners. Right? What's the gleanings? Oscar. What's the gleaning?
Definition of harvest.
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The gleaning is when they gather up the things that fall as they gather.
Right. So he's saying don't do what?
Don't pick them up.
Wherever on that ground, that's it. You leave it right here. You understand? Right? And this was for who? Read on.
Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and the stranger. Leave them unto the poor and the stranger.
You understand? Like the Lord knows to, really keep that brotherhood. You understand? Why? Because think about it this way. You have a farm, right? Or you have land. You're a farmer, right? Your brother, a family member, right? Brother who you grew up with. Just pick what? Corn and just start eating it. You will get upset with him? You get upset with him? You'll get mad? Pick one. He started to eat it. You ain't get upset with him. You understand? Which shows you that what? We have what? We are family. And the Lord trying to keep us or have us have rules like a what? Like a family. So we don't think like we what? Like we individuals. You understand? These are laws. These are laws that a selfish person will not want to follow. You understand? And the oppressor has turned so many of us to being selfish. You understand? That we do not want to share nothing we have with other black people. So now, guess what? When the Mexicans come into America, guess what? What happens? How you look at them?
Like family, sir.
No, meaning that's how we look at them. In here, in the UPK. But I'm talking about the brothers and sisters in the world. How do they look at the Mexicans and them coming up?
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Like competition.
Yes, like competition. Like they're coming to steal food out my mouth. They're coming to steal resources or take resources from me and my family. When you were here before the Mexicans and you still didn't what? You still never receive any of the money or none of the resources.
Right.
You understand? But if we follow what the Lord's saying to do, guess what? The Mexicans, they will consider what in the scripture? What do we consider? Read that scripture over one more time.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Most High, your power.
So who's the Mexicans?
They are the poor and the stranger.
Yeah. You understand? And when they come across here, we should do what? We should share everything with them. Everything. The cold, we're going to get them what? Sweaters. The hungry, we're going to get them what? Food. We're going to share everything with them. You understand?
Okay.
But America turned us into being selfish humans. Selfish humans. Turned us into people who only what? Love what he loves and hate what he hates. You understand? Like the so-called oppressor, he really is trying to sit in the seat of who?
Like that one.
To some of us. Come on.
He wants to sit in the seat of Yahweh.
Yes, God. You're correct. You understand? That's what it said in what? What precept am I referring to?
Obadiah. Isaiah.
Isaiah. Right? He wants to be looked at as being God. You understand? So guess what? We love what he loves and hate what he hates. So we do what? He loved the Ukrainians. So guess what? We love the Ukrainians. You understand? The oppressor loved the rich of us. So we what? We love the rich of us. The oppressor what? Hates the poor of us. And guess what? The rich hates the poor of us.
Right.
You understand? Right? And any more to that?
Come on. Sir. Proverbs 38 and 9 speak to more about what you were saying about why you should pay the man that day, and how, you know, if Esau don't take care of, you know, the strangers that come over here because they turn into criminals. They're poor. Proverbs 30 verse 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Verse 9. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Most High? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Most High in vain.
Right, read it one more time for me. Tell me where you're at. Hold on.
The book of Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 9, but I started at 8.
So let me get away.
30 and 9. Says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Most High? Or lest I be poor and steal.
Okay, read verse 8.
Kind. Remove far from me the vanity and lies.
So he's asking the Lord to do what? Remove from him what?
Vanity and lies.
Right? Read on.
Give me neither poverty nor riches.
So he don't want to be poor, neither does he want to be what? Rich. Right? Read on.
Kind. Feed me with food convenient for me.
Right? Meaning he just want what? Just enough. He wants what's convenient. He wants what? What will keep him what? Alive. Right? Read on.
Kind. Verse 9. Lest I be full and deny thee.
Now, who is full and is denying the Lord? Who's full?
Our leaders, sir.
Yeah.
Salakia.
Who's full? Come on.
Christian church.
Yes.
Salakia, I was gonna say the oppressor.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't deny.
He been full, but this is more so pertaining to our people. You understand? Because the oppressor be full or empty, he is going to do what? He going to deny the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Right? But didn't say, but Proverbs is written by who? I believe is either
Solomon.
David or Solomon. Right? I think it's Solomon. Just look that up. Come on. Right? Read that part over. Lest I be what? Full and deny thee.
That's right.
Like your Oprah Winfrey. You understand? Read on.
Khan. And say, who is the Most High?
What?
And say, who is the Most High?
And say, who is the Most High? Why? Because now he full. Guess who full in his belly? Who who's doing it? I can. Right? I believe this is Solomon.
Right.
Speaking here, right?
Khan.
This is Solomon. And he is saying what? Lest I be filled and I do what?
Lest I be full and deny thee. And say.
And deny thee. Read on.
And say, who is the Most High? Or.
Read.
Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Most High in vain.
Right? So lest he be what? Poor and he what? He steal. That's why he's saying what? What is this going back to?
Going to the law of you, where you brought out, sir, about paying that man that day.
No, not really.
Gleaning. Oh, the gleaning?
No. It's going back to what he said in verse 8. What he said in verse 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vanity. Because with vanity, guess what's going to happen when you have money? Lord, ain't no way around.
Right.
Right?
Come.
You're poor. Guess what you're going to believe in?
Lies.
Oh,
yeah.
Right? So that's why he's saying what? Let's I be full and what? Deny the Lord, because what? He's full of vanity. You understand? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of God, of the Most High in what? In vain. You understand why? Because now he's poor. Guess who he's saying make him poor? Who does a poor man hate?
The Most High.
Yeah. Take the Most High name in vain, his reputation in vain. It's like, why he made me poor? You know why I'm poor? Because of him. Why he made this oppressor rich? These oppressors rich and make me poor. Right? Read on.
Khan. Lest I be.
Yes. Go ahead.
That was it. So he was right.
Yeah. You understand? So the rich man, he does what? He full. So he gonna do what? He gonna deny the Lord, just like what remember the first scripture we pulled about a rich man being his hard to come into the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because he's full, and he's full of vanity. Because in his mind, when Christ told the rich man to go sell his goods, he could not do it. Couldn't live without it. And Solomon is saying what? Remove from me what? Vanity. You understand? And then when you're poor, what did the Lord say about a poor man? When he said, "There's 3 things my soul hated." Leave. That's how it goes. You all remember that?
Con.
Slack, sir.
Yeah.
A beggar.
A beggar? Get it for me.
Come.
I said a poor man that's proud.
Yes. Where that is?
That's Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah. So give me that one too.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Ecclesiasticus.
I think it's 25. Check 25 and 2 or 1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 1. You said 2, sir? Which one you want? You want to start?
What is one? Straight from this one.
Okay, verse 2. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. Say it again, sir.
I say you could try from verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 1. In 3 things I was beautified and stood up, beautiful, both before the Most High and men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that a man and a wife that agree together. Verse 2.
So he's saying what? What is the Lord saying here? There's
3 things I was beautified and stood up.
Right, and these things he loved to see. He loved to see these 3 things. Read on.
The love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. Verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth.
So now you're going to get 3 sorts of men that he hates. Read.
And I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is
and
proud.
he's what?
He is greatly offended at their life.
He greatly offended at the way they live in their life. Read.
A poor man that is proud.
Boy. Read on.
A rich man that is a liar.
You understand? Now you see why Solomon was saying what he said. Right? About not making him what?
Rich or poor.
Rich or poor. You understand? Read on.
And an old adulterer that doteth.
Right? And an old adulterer. Somebody who just, you know what I mean, like doing what? Like sleeping with what? Having sex with what? With a married woman.
Right.
The Lord hates it. You understand? He hates these things. You understand?
Okay.
Right? What's the next one? There's another one. Which one? A brother just said it.
To Mayar, Isaiah.
What did he say? Not well, I forget what he said. But that's another good one also too.
Slide it, sir.
Come on.
I got the precept. Is it the beggar?
Yeah.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg.
All right. So that's basically going into, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You better hold what? What is the Lord telling you to do here?
Slide it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Hold your integrity.
Yeah. You're saying no beg.
So like, sir,
Lead not a beggar's life. Come on.
don't put on that dress.
Yeah. All right. Don't lead no beggar's life. And that's what your so-called your black leaders, that's the life they live. That's a beggar's life. That's them always. Martin Luther King, he was the king of them all. Beg to do what? To go in their stores. Beg to drink out their fountain. Beg to sit on their toilets. He led a what? A beggar's life. Martin Luther King. I'll read it one more time.
Slide.
As I was about to say, don't compromise your morals for gain or approval. Correct. Right? Read on.
Verse 29.
No. Read that one more time.
Verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life.
Right.
For better it is. Salakia.
Go ahead.
For better it is to die than to beg.
Understand? Like the Lord wants you to keep your morality, man. He wants you to keep your integrity. He said, better starve than to pawn a dress. Better starve than to perform your oral on a man for a movie part. Better starve.
Come on.
He's saying, don't do it. All right? Right?
Come on.
Don't beg. Right? Because you look at these other nations. Which other nation is begging right now?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
That'd be, I believe, Gaza. No.
They beg. What they begging for?
Well, Salakia, sir. Palestine, Salakia.
Yeah, but what they begging for?
Freedom, basically.
They begging for freedom. So there are people marching in the street for freedom.
La, sir. Salakia. They're begging to be, for them not to be bombed, so they can stop dying.
I'll call it. I'll more so say they're fighting. They're fighting. You understand? They're fighting to do what? To have a state. They're fighting. Begging would be what Martin Luther King did.
Right.
Begging what we preachers and the imam of us are doing. They're begging. You understand? These are the nations. They are fighting for their freedom. That's how you gain freedom, Mark. There's no way else to gain freedom. Somebody can't give you freedom and say free. You ever hear about that? You ever hear somebody giving you freedom? Who did they give freedom to? What race, you know, they gave freedom to? Akim, what race did they give freedom to? What ethnicity did they give freedom to? Come on.
Blacks.
Blacks. The Caribbean. You go to your history on all the Caribbean islands. They were given freedom. Nobody fought for it. What happened in America? Did anybody fight for it in America? So like, yeah, I'm that one. I'm just gonna put you on mute just for now, right? To water. Right? Did anybody fight for it? How was the black man freed in America? Did he fight for it?
Through a vote, sir.
Not in my vote. There was no fight. We were given freedom. It's in what do they call this in the asterisks? Right? We were given freedom. That's why we say today that what? Black people are still what? In captivity. Right? Because freedom is something you have to take. Right? Did England give America freedom?
Sir.
Yeah, they didn't give England didn't give America freedom. And how you know America is free from England?
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
Well, I mean, it has its own independent government.
Mm-hmm. And?
Salagi, sir, would it be the Brexit?
Not okay. Not what you're hearing me?
Come on.
Right. What type of one saying is close to it. America is free from England because one, they have what? Their own flag. They have the what? Their own money. They have the what? Own constitution. They have their own what? Their own way of governing their people. You understand?
Come on.
And America don't depend on England to eat. You understand?
Come on.
All right?
Come on.
Like who makes America money? Who gives America money value? Right? America does. America prints their own money, everything. Give me where Christ says, this is the last one, right? Where Christ said, when he asked, I believe it was one of the disciples, when he said, show me the conscript or the money. Whose face is on it? I tell them what? Render unto Caesar what is Caesar, and unto the Lord what's the Lord. Give me that. You find it? Look at Mark 12 and 17. Mark 12 and 17.
This is the book of Mark. I got it, Cap. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And YAHANNA answering said unto them, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to the Most High the things that are the Most High's.
All right. Say that one more time. He said what? Render unto what?
Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's.
Why was Christ saying this to them?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You know, basically like, you know, showing, basically telling them whatever taxes you owe to the government, you know what I'm saying, pay your taxes.
Why he's telling them that? Because they were under
Captivity.
use a pretty
It wasn't free.
political term. Yes, there was captivity, or what they like to say, under occupation, Roman occupation. You understand?
Okay.
We weren't free. So Christ had to let him know, we ain't in kingdom as yet, brother. Right? Take the money out your pocket. We're still slaves. Right? So just go pay your taxes. Go do it.
Okay.
You understand? And with doing it and knowing that this is not the kingdom, now fight for it. Fight for it. Fight to get free. You understand? That Christ has to come back with what? Over 2 million angels, so that what? They can fight for what? For your freedom.
Okay.
There's no other way you're going to get out. There's no other way we're going to get out of this captivity but by fighting when Christ returns. Right? So you oppressors out there, right? We wait until Christ returns.
Okay.
All right? Don't get in your head saying we talking about we trying to pluck we on January 6th. No. You ain't gonna get that. We wait until Christ return. Then we're gonna get justice. Then we're gonna get that freedom. Now we're just doing what? We're just fishing and educating brothers on this Bible, sisters on this Bible, kids, children on this Bible. You understand?
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. Any questions?
Sorry.
Sir.
All right. You're sure you're good to go?
Come on.
All right, no sweat. All right. Who are passing the class to? I
won.
Banke Allen?
Salaki. The troopers in Eastern Carolina are actually no, they can't do the announcements.
No.
Salaki, sir.
Do you have the announcements in front of you?
You can pass it to me, sir.
Okay.
I just have to
pass the class over to priest and officer Tabawan. Do you have the announcements?
I'm getting it right now, sir.
Okay.
Come. Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki, I might have it in my phone. Salaki, bear with me, sir. Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Carol had the book.
I get it.
I think I got it right here. Come on, I got it.
Okay.
Come on. Salakia. Salakia.
Yeah, turn it down some.
Like we are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. No rules for brothers. Salakia, Kevin wants to salute you out first.
No, go ahead. We do it after.
Come. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is the commandment. You can find us in Numbers 18 and 21. And Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation will be the Feast of Purim, which will be February 22nd and 23rd. One of the Maya Achaemenid Watchmen, check on social media, set is I.S.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials.
Yes,
If a brother wants to be,
I forget it. Saturday we're gonna have.
If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, sorry, sir.
I'll put myself on mute. Sorry about that.
Okay. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he's to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, men of Israel, Imadium. So, like, we're gonna render one courtesy salute to Captain 13,000 Marathon, men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak.
Yeah, Bashim Yashai Barakatham.
Salaki, are there any sisters in any of the classes?
Sir, I don't know.
No sweat. Yaji Matah, class dismissed.